What's going on, gamers? We got an interesting topic here to cover, and it's regarding the Gears of War beta on Steam. Recently, I saw that there was only a few thousand people online. At first, I thought this was the open beta, but then I realized this is for those who are actually pre-ordering the game. Now, there's some people that are already saying that this is flopping and it's dead on arrival, and I don't believe it's going to be dead on arrival, but that it's going to flop. I believe that's going to happen because this gives me a metric about how many people are excited to play Gears of War on PC and how many people have actually pre-ordered it, because there's been plenty of stuff shown and it's not that far off. So right here, Oliver, which we know he likes definitely salt farming Xbox, says Gears of War was never super popular on PC. True. Halo was, though, at one point. It's a classic Xbox console franchise. True. It's therefore not surprising this beta, which requires paid pre-orders, doesn't light the world up on Steam. And that's 100% correct. I told you, when it comes to the Steam crowd, you need a certain type of game to move them. Like if this was like Counter-Strike 2 or Counter-Strike 3, and it was a beta for pre-orders, there would be millions of people online. You see what I mean? It's the difference. Even if you put that on consoles, tons of people will be pre-ordering it just to play it because they want to play it. Gears of War does not have that attraction. It doesn't. And I was sitting here trying to tell you guys that Microsoft telling you that this game costs $400 million, company's slow, AGM once again is correct, and that if you did the PlayStation port plus the marketing, we're at a $500 million budget. That means this game needs to sell 8 million copies to make profit. Because 8 times 7 is 56. That's 560 million, right? 7 times 7 is 49. Even if you sold 7 million copies, you made $490 million. But do you know how good that would be if Gears sold 7 million? No Gears historically has ever done that. When it was at its peak, it sold like 6 point something million on 360. And we're now in the 360 era. And they're putting this day one on Game Pass because they have brain damage. And they're making it not go on PlayStation and Switch and only on Steam. But does it look like Steam is pre-ordering this game like crazy? I would at least want to see 50,000, 60, because it's pre-order. It's the first time you can play the game. Nobody is wanting to pre-order this game. Those numbers are low for pre-orders. It's already telling you this game is going to flop. It's not going to sell no 4 or 5 million on PC. You think Gears is going to sell even 3 million on Xbox? Man, they're going to be on Game Pass. This company is so slow. They're going to lose hundreds of millions of dollars on this game. Oh, man, boy, I don't know what to tell you, man. It's not going to work. They should have had a beta on PlayStation too. Xbox exclusives are going to fail big time. Clockwork is going to fail harder than this game, and that game costs $500 million without any other ports or marketing. I don't know how it's going to even work. That company is probably going to get shut down or laid off. You want to know whose fault it is? Microsoft's fault. Once again, they already destroyed Halo. We saw how bad that flopped. Get ready. Gears is now about to be destroyed. And these developers, at least, I like the coalition, at least they didn't put microtransactions in the game. They didn't hit you with Battle Pass, Season Pass, all that stuff. But guess what, though? I kind of feel like they need it because how dumb Microsoft is by making this exclusive. That CEO is lost. She doesn't know what she's doing. Look at this. This should at least say like 70,000. Okay, at least the pre-orders are looking somewhat good, right? We're going to see what happens with the open beta. But this right here is already telling you, we ain't pre-ordering that game like that. What? I'll wait. I'll try out the open beta. It's not like these people that are privately playing the game. Hey, man, this is going so well. Get the number, get the word out. Go pre-order it. But yeah, I don't see it anywhere. I don't. Actually, a lot of people are not saying positive things about it. That it feels weird. It doesn't feel like the old Gears. I'm just telling you what I've been reading. So if you think this ain't coming to PS5, I don't know. Like I said, do not trust this company. So then it says, but Microsoft will not release the already finished PS5 version. Ship has sailed. Going down a Point Station 5 Pro. Well, okay, this guy loves PlayStation. Kind of funny stuff. But let's read some of these comments real quick. Still butthurt. Worry more about Saros and Marathon. Yeah, but Sony's fine, though. Microsoft needs this to succeed. Sony can go exclusives and still sell millions and millions of copies with a lot of their games. Microsoft don't have anything like that except Forza. So, pointless post. You can't refute what I said with facts, so all you got left is whataboutism. What about Concord? Game is good, people don't buy it, flops. Game is bad, people don't buy it, flops. Game is genuinely great and liked by all people, still don't buy it and complain about it online and then flops. At this point, the customer is just as bad as the game studios at this rate. Okay, bro, you're kind of being slow. Either it's going to be so good that everybody's going to buy it, or they're not going to. Don't come to me with that nonsense. Going over to PlayStation 5 Pro, Gears of War E-Day is failing on Steam. Get hyped for the PlayStation 5 version, he says. Now, here's the thing. I want to see the difference between the open beta numbers compared to this. If the open beta does not hit 200,000, I don't know what to tell you. 100,000 is not going to be good enough for an open beta. You're going to have to interest the Steam community. It needs to hit, man, it needs to be like 300, 400,000. I'm not joking, man. It's an open beta. If Steam is not interested in this game, then your sales are done because Xbox is not going to carry its weight. That is going to tell you everything right here. Xbox exclusives are cooked. They're not going to work. And you're a third-party publisher anyways. You're just grabbing some games and just saying, oh, you know, we'll just try this here. We'll try that there. When it comes to multiplayer, you need the biggest expansion you could possibly get. Never wall off multiplayer on a dead platform. This is what I didn't understand. You were better off picking another single-player game than Gears of War E-Day. This is supposed to be another flagship franchise. I tell you, this company cannot make any decisions that make any sense. And it's like, this is your last bastion, and you're already doing that? This is not impressive. I'm telling you, look, if the interest was high, this would at least be 90,000 to 100,000. That would mean you had like 400,000 or 500,000 people maybe pre-ordering. Maybe a couple 100,000 more than those numbers, because usually the Steam charts usually tell you there's more people that bought the game, obviously, but this is not good. I don't even think they have 100,000 pre-orders on PC. So how the hell are you going to make that $500 million or $450 million even? You would have to sell 7 million copies this year. So pretty much break even. This is a problem. So that means that not only is Gears going to fail, but Halo failed before it. Now you have your major franchises that literally were the 360 soul, literally just falling down. And Gears of War E-Day is actually not a bad game, but it's not hitting anything spectacular, it seems, in the PC world. Because you don't see people going in there saying, oh man, this is so good, everybody has to get in this beta. I can't wait to play it again with the open beta next week. I don't see positive results floating all over, and it's trending. Gears of War is so good, it's going to crush the charts. Like, I kind of feel like this is like the 360 era mentality trying in this world today that is just not working. And I kind of feel bad for Coalition because Microsoft is so stupid and that CEO is lost and she's not a gamer and she doesn't know what she's talking about. And that this game should have had a beta on PlayStation 5. I mean, you should be working on the Switch 2 version. I'm just saying, like, it's pretty obvious. Like, this type of stuff has to happen. So, what are we going to do now that the only thing that's succeeding for Xbox this year so far looks like it's just Forza? But you can't make a Forza every year. It's going to take another 4 years to see another Forza. So other than that, what are you going to do? Halo 2 remake or whatever? You see what I mean? You're just going back to the past again. They don't talk about backwards compatibility, emulation. They just keep going back to the past. And then looking at what Sony's doing. And then trying that because there's nothing else left. And then moving around logos and all this. I don't know what to tell you. I don't think the Helix should even release. I think what you should do is just be a massive third-party publisher. And rely off of your monopoly you spent off of Activision so that you could sell Call of Duty on multiple platforms, because that has to happen. That's part of your 10-year contract. Outside of that, what Xbox exclusive is going to light up the world? I don't even think Fable is going to sell 10 million. I don't think it could do that, no. But at least you're smart enough to put Fable on PlayStation 5. Work on that Fable Switch 2 edition. Trust me, Microsoft. Go ahead and do that. And then you're going to realize, oh, you know, outside of Forza, the only success I'm going to get is by having my games available everywhere. And Halo didn't flop because PlayStation users didn't do their job. No, it flopped because it was a garbage port and it was rushed. It was unfinished and it had no multiplayer. You had the opportunity to actually make that okay, but you messed up on that. And now you're messing up on Gears by not having it be available on PlayStation. Because the Gears 1 remaster almost sold 1 million copies on PlayStation. You're dumb to think this wouldn't have done that. It would have easily done that. Would have sold more. So right now we're getting a sneak peek at Gears pre-orders on Steam. And this matters greatly because it is not on PlayStation. This needs to be talked about. You need to be a third-party publisher, but you can't even do that right. When you are going to leave your ecosystem, you better just leave your ecosystem everywhere. Don't just be on Steam. No, put everything on PlayStation. You've already been doing it. You put the first Gears on PlayStation. It's on there. Reloaded. Why are you only putting that there and give them a taste of that, but you don't want to do this, but the port is finished? Stop being dumb, Microsoft. Like, it's like, at this point, it's like you literally are destroying your franchises unconsciously. I don't know how this is going to equate to 5 million sales on Steam. I said, man, you have to at least sell 5 million on Steam. Xbox is going to have to buy like 3 million copies of Gears of War E-Day. Do you believe that's going to happen, y'all? Because then you would have 8 million. And then that would give you 560 million profit. And with early access, okay, let's say you could probably get to 600 million because you'd get more money if people are buying the $100 edition. But I don't know if nobody's going to want to play Gears early like that. It doesn't seem like that's happening. More than likely, people are going to buy that $7 edition. $70 edition, or if it's not doing well, you're going to have to sell it and put it on sale, right? And it's going to have to be cheaper. But either way, how are you going to make 500 million? You got to sell 7 million copies with a lot of early access. Do you guys think that Gears of War E-Day is going to sell 7 million copies between Steam and between Xbox with all these other games that are coming out around it that are insane? You see how many games are coming out? Go take a look at the launch window for August and September and October. Everybody wants to get away from GTA. Besides Nintendo, because that's just Nintendo. But even then, they got games in there. But look at how many games are coming out. There's like 20 something, and all of them are good games. How is it going to keep the attention away from all those other games? Definitely in the Steam world. PlayStation world, well, you're not going to be there. And people are going to want to be playing Nintendo games, PlayStation games, and third-party games across Nintendo, PlayStation, and Steam. Nobody buys games on Xbox. They have to put it on Game Pass. Putting this day one on Game Pass was a bad idea. If you wanted to test the market, you should have made it not be on Game Pass like you did with Call of Duty. Because Steam is not going to carry Gears of War. I'm just telling you right now, it's going to be tough. And this is something serious to realize because this is your other flagship. It was Gears, Halo, and Forza. Fable is not guaranteed to be your flagship. No, it disappeared for a while. So already your idea of not making Gears on PlayStation 5 and trying it as an Xbox exclusive and then putting it day one on Game Pass is absolutely stupid. It's already failing. If somebody is interested in something, the pre-orders go through the roof. This is releasing way before GTA, and GTA pre-orders are probably already at 20 million. And other games pre-orders are skyrocketing and doing well. You could see it when it goes on the store. It's like, yeah, the pre-orders are really good. If I have it, why not jump on it? This is not amazing. I'm sorry, but it looks like it's outdated and it's not working. So I want you guys to let me know what you actually think about this. And butthurt Xbox fanboys can get butthurt all they want, but numbers don't lie. They're just telling you what's going on here. So I don't know what else to say, though. This guy says, this stupid game is on sale until October 6th. This is just a beta. I know that. We know it's a closed beta. Pre-purchase Gears of War E-Day. Like I said, it's about the pre-purchase. So, oh yeah, I mean, we could bring up the Marvel aspect too. Oh yeah, this is flopping as well. It's not doing well. A lot of people are saying that it's having problems. I actually forgot about this. But we're going to see how this is going to work. But yeah, oh yeah. This is not doing good either. But Sony's still going to be fine though. They got Wolverine and a lot of other games. They're going to be fine. But Microsoft is trying to play a game that just does not work for them. This could be fine and Sony will be fine. But Gears has to succeed. People are not understanding, once again, PlayStation is in a much better position than Xbox, regardless. And yeah, that game is flopping. Because they already had multiple exclusives launched this year. The third-party success is doing well, and they're making more money than ever. You saw the tariff refunds. They made $1.5 billion off of Steam. They got Wolverine launching too, and all the GTA 6 marketing. Sony's in a hacked position, man. Nintendo's doing very well too. Xbox is the one that's in trouble. And PlayStation is on the way to 100 million sales. See, it's different. It's different in that world. And PlayStation Plus is getting more subscriptions than ever. Call of Duty Black Ops sold 11.2 million on PlayStation. They made tons of money, got millions of PlayStation Plus subs. PlayStation Plus is destroying Game Pass and subs. I don't know what to tell you. Like, yeah, it sucks. So yeah, reminder, guys. Yeah, no, for sure though. If you didn't know, though, this has more players now. This game is not doing good on Steam. It's actually doing terrible. So yeah, shout out to him for posting that. There's nothing wrong with that. He ain't offending me because I'm not a pony. But anyways, yeah, guys, let me know what you think about this. I think Xbox exclusives are a huge mistake. I've been trying to tell you that. Exclusives only matter when you can sell hardware. Microsoft's not subsidizing. Your damn consoles are $800. Ain't nobody buying them. I'm sorry, but no. Wait till you see these results posted for this month. It's going to be abysmal. I think Switch 1 is going to get back ahead again. Later, y'all. Just saying.